So this evening, we are covering some information related to the STAR University transfer partnerships and the importance of your education transfer plan, as well as resources and opportunities that can make you more competitive for transfer admission to the four-year colleges and universities. And then we'll also discuss next steps when you are ready to transfer to your four-year university, what you should be doing now in preparation to transfer. So first of all, I'd like to begin by talking about the transfer partnerships and how there are 28 college and university partners that are part of the STAR Scholarship program. And that means that these college and university partners have signed up to be special partners in the STAR Scholarship program with City Colleges of Chicago. And with that partnership, they're going to be offering you special benefits. And some of those benefits we'll be talking about, those include guaranteed admission and also some special scholarship opportunities. And when you originally applied to be a STAR Scholar, you needed to indicate on your STAR Partner consent form when you agreed to share your information with these STAR partners, which schools that you're interested in terms of the STAR partnerships. And you could indicate that you're interested in all of them or one of them or as many as you want. And you can also change that partnership consent from time to time if you want to update it. That's also very important so that these STAR partners can be able to reach out to you, contact you, and invite you to different opportunities that they have at their campuses so that you will be more aware of the institution and what they have to offer. And you're on their radar. What's really important about that is that you are on their radar as one of the STAR Scholars interested in transferring to their institution. So if you haven't already done that lately, it's really good to update your STAR partnership consent form. But regardless, the STAR partners will be aware that you are a STAR Scholar in the City Colleges of Chicago. They will be aware that you are interested, that you are a STAR Scholar because you're part of the CCC STAR Scholars, and you have completed that STAR partnership consent form initially. So it's also important that along with indicating your interest in these STAR partners, you also graduate with an associate degree from City Colleges. There's an expectation that you will complete your associate degree and prior to transferring to the university, and also that you'll maintain a 3.0 or higher GPA. So it's really important that you maintain that 3.0 or higher GPA, not only for admission purposes, but also for receiving the scholarships that go along with this partnership. And then, of course, it's really important that you meet the admission requirements of the four-year institutions. Without meeting the admission requirements, then you cannot receive the benefits, obviously, of transferring and also receiving the STAR Scholarship benefits at the university. And again, these benefits, they are really, really important for you to be aware of what these benefits are and how to access them. So what we encourage you to do is to look in terms of those particular universities that you are interested in, whether it's UIC or Northeastern Illinois University, IIT, Dominican. There are 28 different partners, but start studying those. If you haven't already done so, start researching what those university partners are. And you can do this through the ccc.edu STAR Scholarship webpage. It'll take you directly to the transfer partners, or you can go through our transfer and career page under transfer resources. It will also take you directly to the STAR University Partner page. And on that page, you'll be able to click on each one of those universities and find out exactly what they're offering you as a STAR Scholar, what are the benefits, what's required in terms of joining the partnership to be eligible for the STAR Scholarship that they're offering to you. And these award amounts vary for the different STAR Scholarships. So you want to research that very carefully and also make sure that you're aware of what you need to do in order to take advantage of these benefits. And you can also follow up by meeting with your STAR Scholar advisor and making sure that you're aware of deadlines, you're aware of requirements. If there are any participation forms that you need to complete to be able to join these different transfer partnerships. This is really crucial because in some cases there are deadlines that you need to meet in order to be able to be part of these partnerships. And that's what we want you to know, we want you to be aware of, so you don't miss out on these benefits. And then along with that, some of these you're going to receive guaranteed admission, some special transfer scholarships, but you also have the benefit of advising with the college and university representatives who work with the STAR Scholarship programs at the universities. So you're going to have access to these representatives who are going to guide you in as you plan to transfer to their universities. And one thing also to be very aware of is that in terms of the scholarships that are awarded by these universities, some are need-based and some are merit-based. And in many cases, it's really important to be aware of the fact that that there are certain schools. I'll give an example. Northwestern University, they're offering up to $50,000 for STAR scholars who are admitted to Northwestern, which is a very large sum, right? It's a great scholarship benefit. But this is a need-based scholarship, so it's very important to be aware that transferring to Northwestern, if you're admitted as a STAR scholar, you're eligible for up to $50,000, but it's going to be based on the need of your family income, and what they determine is your need in terms of the financial aid. And that can be true of some of these institutions. Some are going to be merit-based, where you're automatically going to receive a certain amount of money based on the fact that you are a STAR scholar. And those scholarships can be stacked with other scholarships that the university is offering to you. Now, again, some of these may be awarded automatically. And I'll give you an example. DePaul University offers a $2,000 STAR scholarship, but you could stack that with other scholarships they offer, such as their transfer scholarship, which is $9,000 to $12,000, along with their, if you're a member of Phi Theta Kappa, you can receive another $1,000 for being a member of Phi Theta Kappa. So in that case, many are offering stackable scholarships like this, that you can receive the STAR as well as other transfer scholarships at their institution. Or it could be one large amount like what Northwestern is offering. It just depends on the institution. So for that reason, again, I want to emphasize that it's really important. Look at what the institution is offering in terms of the STAR scholarship, the amount, and also, is there a form that you need to complete to be able to receive that scholarship? Or is it awarded automatically just by virtue of you applying and being recognized as a STAR scholar? And one institution where there's a participation form required is UIC. So I'll use UIC as an example. For STAR scholars who are transferring to UIC, guaranteed admissions transfer program is the way that you access the STAR scholarship. So it's really important, if you want to transfer to UIC, you're a STAR scholar, you want to take advantage of that scholarship, you must complete that guaranteed admissions transfer program form. It's a participation form that you can find on their website. And again, this is all located on the transfer page, transfer partnerships page for the STAR scholars. And through completing that form, that indicates to UIC that you want to be part of their guaranteed admissions program. And then along with that, as a STAR, if you're studying one of the programs eligible for the scholarship, you will be able to receive a $5,000 STAR scholarship upon transferring, and that's $2,500 per year. So this is an example of a school where you must complete that participation form, and you must do that before, it's actually before the second week of your fall semester of your sophomore year. So it's usually that first week of September is when the deadline is for STAR scholars to complete that form for the following fall, to be admitted for the following fall. So again, if you're thinking about UIC, you want to make sure that you have considered and filled out that participation form for the guaranteed admission transfer. And that will make you eligible for the STAR scholarship. And I think Hope has a raised hand. She has a question, Hope? Yes.
So are these all the colleges with the guaranteed admissions program, or is there more?
There are more. And I want to highlight these 4 here because these are some of our top guaranteed admissions programs. But again, you will find out on the transfer page, you'll see a whole list of guaranteed admissions programs on the transfer page. Some are STAR partners and some are not. And I'll use the example of UIUC. That is not a STAR partner, but they do offer guaranteed admissions to the Pathway to Illinois program, and that's for all majors. So you may have heard we have U of I offers engineering pathways, guaranteed admission for engineering, but they also offer guaranteed admission for their other programs as well. But if you're a STAR transferring to U of I and you want guaranteed admission, you can qualify through the Pathways program. There's a form you fill out. You need to fill that out before you've earned 30 credit hours. And then you also could be eligible for some of their scholarship programs that they offer, such as the Illinois Promise and Illinois Commitment. So they don't offer a STAR scholarship, but they do offer other funding opportunities, such as the Illinois Promise and Illinois Commitment. So that's an example of a non-STAR partner guaranteed admission program. And Illinois Tech also offers guaranteed admissions, but that's just for their engineering and computer science. So anyone interested in engineering and computer science can receive guaranteed admission to Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech also offers a $25,000 STAR scholarship automatically. If you're a STAR transferring to Illinois Tech, you can receive a $25,000 STAR scholarship. But in this case, you don't have to be part of the guaranteed admissions program. You can be majoring in anything, but they would like you to join their Fast Forward program, which is kind of like a program that's designed to guide you as a student preparing to transfer to IIT. And I see Aaron has a raised hand. Aaron, you have a question?
Yeah, quick question. So what if we're already in our sophomore year and we didn't sign up for that guaranteed admissions transfer program for UIC?
Okay. It also depends on when you're planning to transfer, Aaron. If you are planning to transfer in fall 2022, it's a fall only program. And yes, if you didn't not complete that form, then you would not be eligible for that STAR scholarship, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but again, it depends when you're planning to transfer as well.
Thank you.
Okay. And then DePaul University also has what they call their DAP program. They offer guaranteed admission, just like UIC does, just like U of I. It's just a matter of filling out the form, completing the form on their website. But you don't have to be part of the DAP program to get that STAR scholarship. You can qualify with or without being in the DAP program. But the DAP program carries with it an additional $9,000 scholarship that you could be eligible for. So again, these are different programs, right? Different opportunities. Again, it depends on what you are really interested in terms of your transfer institution, what they're requiring, what they're looking for in terms of you showing that interest, right? Through that form that they want you to complete. Okay, and again, for more information, please, visit the website. It has all the information you need. It links you directly to each transfer partner, each of the 28 partners and what they're offering. Some are in-state, some are out of state, some are local, but you can find out all the information there. And also, it's important to be mindful as STAR scholars. you may not even be transferring to one of these STAR University partners. You may have another school in mind. And many of our STAR scholars have received up to full ride scholarships transferring to schools out of state, like Cornell University and Yale University and Princeton, right? Not because they were STAR scholars, but because they qualified, based on their excellent academic records. And so we want you to be aware of that, these are opportunities for you as STARs, but they're not the only opportunities. And I'm going to talk later in the session about some of the special transfer scholarship opportunities outside of the STAR program. And now I'm going to turn this over to Advisor Yanette to talk about developing your education transfer plan.
Thank you, Susan. A lot of great information for you guys. So I hope everyone's taking good notes. Any questions you may have, definitely follow up with your assigned advisor, right? But I know, Luke, you asked a great question. How many credits are needed for guaranteed admission? It really depends on the university. So connect with the advisor, connect with Susan, the transfer director. We could see each school and the requirements and see. The best thing is we want to make sure you apply for as many as you can for these partnerships. If you apply for 5 or 6 of them, do it. And then at the end of the day, when you're ready to transfer, you pick your school, you can say thank you, but no thank you, right? It's always to say thank you, I want to go there, but I'm not sure. Let me think about it. I'd rather you apply for as many of these partnerships that we have, these opportunities to take advantage, and we have a lot. So first things first, right? Completing your associate's degree. That is key, and that is so important. You want to make sure you complete the degree that you're here at Wright College, but you also want to make sure it's needed for that 4-year school. So whatever degree you're in, when you apply to City College, you told the system you were seeking a certain degree. If you change your mind, it's okay. Connect with the advisor. Because remember, the way the STAR Scholarship works, financial aid pays first, and whatever financial aid doesn't pay, the STAR Scholarship will. But you have to be seeking a degree with us. I never want, and none of us as advising here or a transfer, we want you to take classes that you don't need. So once you identify that bachelor's degree, once you identify that transfer school, you want to make sure you're taking classes that they need. And how do you know that, right? You want to make sure you review the transfer guide. So I posted the link and I'll post it again to view the transfer partners, but also review the transfer guides on the website. Let me share my screen so we can show you what I mean. So on our website, this link, I gave it to you guys in the chat and I'll post it again. Let me post it now so you guys could have it. That way you could see what I'm looking at when you have time, and you could see the transfer guide. So from our website, you could see Transferology, perfect tool. A lot of our students use it to see what classes are needed to transfer to certain institutions. Transferology, you would create an account. A lot of universities love Transferology. It looks like this. I'm just giving you guys pointers. We're not going to go into detail, but that way you could post your classes, you could see the classes, and then to transfer, search for matches, right? You want to see what schools have it, how many schools. So when I click on search for matches, oh, kick me out, darn it. But that way you could see what courses and what transfers out. Let's see if it lets me log in. You guys can't see my password anyway, so it's okay. Click on Not a Robot. There it goes. It shows me that 151 schools will accept my transfer credits, right? So that way you can see the list of schools. You're going to pick the school that you really want to see, and that way you can see exactly what classes transfer to that institution. But the transfer guides, right? We want to know what classes transfer from my school to DePaul. What classes do I need to transfer to North Park? Or what classes do I need to transfer to, let's say, Resurrection? Now it's Oak Point. If you click on transfer guides, it'll show you all the transfer guides that all these universities have shared with us. Maybe there's a school that you never thought of that you're like, oh, this sounds interesting. Let me click on it. When you click on it, you're following the steps needed. So let's look at DePaul, because I heard a lot of students are thinking of DePaul. When you click on DePaul, you will fill out the links in the bottom. And again, these are tools so that you could see, okay, if I wanted to transfer to DePaul, what classes do I need? The goal is, like I mentioned before, is to make sure you're taking classes that we need at our institution to make sure you need to take classes that you need to transfer. I hope this makes sense. Transfer guides are key once you identify the school that you're planning to transfer to. If that school does not have a transfer guide, and sometimes they may not, you want to connect with that advisor, that transfer advisor from that institution to confirm, if I take this biology class at Wright College, would it fulfill the requirement at your school? What additional classes do I need to transfer to your institution? I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to go back. There it goes. Susan, can you share the screen again regarding the PowerPoint? But the main thing is connecting with your assigned advisor. making sure that you have the tools needed. Schedule your appointment with your assigned advisor. We have limited appointments right now, but we do have a lot of openings coming up soon. So check those emails, and you could always email your assigned advisor to discuss, do they have any virtual walk-in hours? Do they have any in-person walk-in hours? Susan, can you go to the next screen? Your degree audit is key. Your degree audit lets us know what classes you need to complete at our school, but also what classes do you need, and you could plan them out here semester by semester. Many of you guys have seen the planner. You guys have heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, it's a great tool that's in your portal. So you could see, okay, if I take English 101 this semester, when should I take English 102? You're kind of planning it out. I know this is really tiny, but you guys could get the gist of it when you run a degree audit. And in the bottom, it tells you how to run the degree audit. I know a few students are saying, how do I know what classes do I need for next semester? Let's run an audit. Let's see what's needed. And that way you could see, okay, if I take this class this semester, what else do I need for next semester? I met a lot of students today that they weren't sure what to take. After talking with me, we could discuss their schedule. We could see maybe 3 transfer schools that they're exploring, and then making sure they take classes that we need. Thank you. So I showed you guys a quick view of Transferology. It's a great tool. That is a link on here. But actually, if you go to Quick Access, on Quick Access, you guys can see it. So you can create an account. I know in the beginning it might be a little confusing, and that's okay. Connect with an advisor and we'll walk you through it. When you connect with an advisor through Zoom, though, do use your computer or a technology that you could share your screen with, so that way we could walk you through it. And transfer guides, that's the link to view them from our website. We have a lot of transfer guides, and we're creating a lot more. But like I mentioned before, if there's a school that does not have a transfer guide, that's okay. Connect with that institution to make sure that they're taking the right classes needed for that school. So we're going to see a quick video regarding registration, which is really nice. It is Keith Jones, one of our college advisors, is going to give you guys a presentation, a few pointers to talk about registration. We want all of you guys registered. I've seen a good chunk of hands when I started in the beginning saying you guys register for classes, and a few more that need to register. So here's a little commercial. But as we're getting this ready for you guys, key thing, identify at least 3 to 5 schools that you're thinking of transferring to. Have your backup schools, know what courses are needed, but review the tools that we have on our website. It's really important that you guys take the classes that you need, that we need for our degree, but also classes they need for that transfer.
Greetings, my name is Keith. I'm one of the STAR advisors here at Wright College. I'm just here to remind our STAR scholars of 3 important things. First one, please schedule an appointment with your assigned advisor. You can do this through Navigate. You can also come into our virtual student services, or you can show up in person at A120. Second thing, prepare for your finals. They're going to be here sooner than you think. You don't want to be caught unaware. And third, register for the spring 22 semester. If you can do that by the end of this term, that would be great. Registration is open. If you need help, please come see us. Good luck on your finals.
And good luck indeed. You guys have a few more weeks left. We said a few minutes ago, we have 6 weeks left. It's exciting. You guys got this. I'm going to hand it over to Liz Mizak, which is another college advisor, and she'll be talking about taking advantage of all of these great opportunities at our campus.
Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Great. Now, I want to pause here for just a second because you talked a lot about transferring, getting in contact with your advisor, scheduling an advising appointment. But one thing we did want to mention, and I think we did mention, is that our appointments are very limited at this point. However, you could still touch base with your advisor via email. You could send us an email. You could give us a call. So if you don't see any appointments availability, you could still reach out to your assigned advisor, and you could go to the virtual student services link and talk to any advisor to help you with registering. So please don't panic. We are here to support you. There's many advisors that deal with STAR scholarships, but we have also other advisors that are very knowledgeable in transferring opportunities, transfer guides, transferology. So pretty much anybody could help you. Okay, so on that note, I just want to take a second to talk about our unique opportunities. We do offer many, many opportunities at Wright College. And we want you to take advantage of these opportunities because they equate to scholarship opportunities down the road when you're transferring to those unique transfer schools, right? You're going to stand out in the crowd. So we have the honors program, and this basically does have a criteria to get in. You have to have a 3.5 GPA to be able to take honors program. However, if you're very close to that GPA, you could reach out to us or the honors program coordinators, and we will guide you and tell you if you qualify for these classes. A lot of students will not take honor classes because they feel that these are more difficult. They are not more difficult. They're just a little different. You will be essentially learning and reading unusual and important texts. So it might be a different book. There's a lot of engagement in those classes. So we want you to participate in that because it's a lot of critical thinking. It's collaboration between different departments. So there's a different way of learning in these type of courses. We have service learning. So service learning will engage students with real world problems. So we do offer classes in that. We have diplomacy lab. We have several classes this upcoming semester. I see 4 on the schedule. And basically, under the guidance of professional diplomats at the U.S. Department of State, work on global policy issues currently facing the U.S. Isn't that interesting? I wish I was back in school. I would love to take these type of classes. We have the great, and a lot of these classes I want to point out, like the honors program. If you take 4 of these classes, you get a distinction on your transcript. And you get a certificate that shows that you've earned a certificate, which is something very unique. We also have the Great Books curriculum, where we have a lot of different subjects: philosophy, history, English, literature. And essentially, you are reading books from, different thinkers. So those are unique opportunities for our students. And again, if you take 4 of these classes, you'll be able to earn a certificate. We have the national internship opportunities. You probably saw a lot of emails. It's called the HACO internship. Let me see what HACO stands for because I don't remember. Hispanic. Let's see, hold on. Yanet, you could jump in at any point if you remember. Let's see. HACO, the Hispanic Association of Colleges, Universities. So they offer different types of scholarship and to pretty much all students, not just Hispanics, but we want Hispanic students to be encouraged to apply for these opportunities. So, under the umbrella of HACO, our partner, we encourage our students to apply for these scholarships. We have undergraduate research in different types of disciplines. And we mark those and we reach out to you through emails, text messages, calls, because what we would do is identify students that qualify for these types of programs. And then we will send you an outreach. We'll kind of encourage you to touch base with us so we could walk you through the application process and apply for those. We also have the UIC School of Law Fair Housing Fair Lending course. So this is for students who are interested in law, public service, civil rights. It's a free course through UIC. So a lot of my students who are interested in law school are looking into this. This is a really good opportunity, and you get credit at Wright College towards your degree, towards your electives. So you could participate in as many of these opportunities as you like, or as few as you like, depending on your interests. So if you see an email, because we do send you tons of emails with these opportunities, if you see something unique, something that you might be interested in, we would like for you to reach out to your college advisor, and then we will walk you through the application process. I just had a student that went to the HACO internship. This time around during COVID times, it was online. In the past, students will go to Washington, D.C. for 8 weeks, and those internships are fully paid. You pretty much don't have to pay for anything. And it's something that you get to put on your resume, on your college applications, when you're applying for different types of scholarships. You stand out in the crowd, essentially, right? So please take advantage of these. So we have a lot of student clubs and organizations. a lot of extracurricular activities on campus. And even during COVID, we are here on campus, as you already know. A lot of these organizations are live and well, they're thriving. We have the Student Government Association, also known as GA. They represent you as students. They do a lot of outreaches to our students, do surveys, and basically they serve as a liaison between the college administration and the Board of Trustees. So if things need to change around the campus, they will usually get your input as a student, and they will present it to the administration. For example, they just did a survey recently about the modalities of the classes that we will be offering for the spring semester. We really wanted to find out what you as students need. Do you want to go to school in person? Do you want to come virtually? What type of classes are you interested in? So we send out a survey, they send out a survey, and we kind of encouraged you by sending a separate text message. And now we have more classes in person. We still have all types of courses, right? In person, online, through Zoom. But as a result of SGA, we have some options here. Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. It's one of the biggest honor societies that's out there, okay? So you can't just join. You do have to meet a certain criteria. One of the things that you have to do is be a Wright College student to join the Wright College chapter. You have to have at least 12 credit hours. You have to have a 3.5 GPA or higher, and then they will reach out to you and invite you to join this organization. Now, it does cost. You have to pay a $90 fee. I believe it's still $90. It's a one-time fee. But down the road, it equates to a lot of different opportunities and scholarships, because a lot of universities, if you're part of this organization, they will offer you a scholarship. And sometimes it's an automatic scholarship. You don't have to do anything, but just because you're a member of PTK, down the road, you could get some monies. Once you graduate from city colleges with a degree, this distinction is on your transcript, on your final transcript. And then we have tons of clubs and organizations. These are just a couple that we wanted to highlight based on your majors. We have the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, also known as SHIP. We have the American Chemistry Society, Pre-Pharmacy Association, Veterinary Career Club, and so much more. So there is a website that you could go to, that link, and you could take a look at all the active clubs and organizations. You could also reach out to the activities office. Maybe there is an organization that we don't have and you would like to start something up. And they will kind of guide you and tell you what you need to do to start a club/organization. So we do encourage you to join not too many organizations, because we don't want you to take away from your studies, but look at everything that we have to offer and see if you could pinpoint one or two that you might be interested in. This is an excellent opportunity to get involved. A lot of students feel a sense of belonging when they're, do extracurricular activities. College is a holistic experience. It's not just about going to school, getting the A's, transferring out. We want you to be part of the college. We want you to experience the college. And I think the way to do it is really get involved. I wish when I was a college student that I took more opportunities like this, because down the road, when you're applying for those scholarships, it's something that you could write about. The club advisors, a lot of times they're faculty members. They could be a good resource for you because they could write an excellent recommendation letter for you. So please get involved. If you have any questions, definitely talk to us. Activities office, you could just, participate by maybe attending an information session or just going to one of their meetings to see if this is the right fit for you. So this was my part. So I'm gonna give it back to Susan to continue with the presentation.
All right. Thank you, Advisor Liz, for helping us to really learn about all the great opportunities and organizations that are available here at Wright College. And these are really, again, great opportunities for you to make yourselves more competitive for admission to the universities. And now I'm going to talk about some of our scholarship opportunities that are unique for you as STAR scholars. There are a couple of STAR scholarship opportunities that are unique for STAR scholars beyond those that are offered by the individual universities that we talked about at the beginning of the session. One of those is it's a brand new STAR scholarship opportunity called STAR Scholarship Plus, and it's for fall 2021 degree completers. Now, if you're not going to be completing until next year in the fall 2022, that's okay, because you can still be eligible next year. This is the first year that the scholarship is being offered. And it requires a 3.0 GPA or higher. It's for $5,000, so $2,500 per year. So each of 2 years that you would need to complete your bachelor's degree, and it's to be used at one of the 28 STAR partner universities. And this will be stackable with other STAR scholarships. So in other words, let's say you are getting a $25,000 STAR scholarship from IIT, Illinois Tech. You will receive an additional $5,000 through the STAR Scholarship Plus if you qualify for this scholarship. Now, this is competitive. The application opens in late November. So again, for those students who are completing this fall, completing their associate degree this fall, you'll receive a notification about how to apply for this scholarship. And there will be more details about how this scholarship works. There's also the STAR CME Scholarship. This is a scholarship that's offered through the CME group, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They're a group that offers this scholarship every year in the spring to STAR scholars who are completing their degrees. It's for $5,000 as well. So in other words, $2,500 for each of 2 years, and it's to be used at one of the 28 STAR partner universities. 3.0 GPA is required, and the application for this will open in the mid-spring. And in this case, there are some specific majors that qualify. Now, in previous years, those majors included accounting, finance, economics, math, computer science. So it was not all majors, but there were certain ones in these areas. And it could change from year to year, but that's based on previous years. So again, if you qualify for this scholarship based on your GPA, based on your degree completion, and based on your major, you would receive notification about how to apply for that scholarship. Pictured there on the right is Arturo Urquiza. He was a CME scholarship winner in 2017. And so he went on to UIC and he used his scholarship, the CME scholarship there, along with other scholarships that he received to complete his bachelor's degree. And there's also a really very lucrative scholarship opportunity, the Jack and Cooke Transfer Scholarship. This is a $55,000 renewable scholarship. It's offered each year. The scholarship has just opened. It's for those who have a sophomore status by January 1st, 2022. So in other words, you need to be a sophomore by this point and be planning to enroll full-time at a four-year college or university in fall 2022. And again, this is an annual scholarship. So if you're a freshman and this is not your time to be getting ready to transfer next fall, this scholarship will be available again next year. And it's something you want to keep in mind, have on your radar, because this is the time of year when the scholarship opens. And every year, the timing of the scholarship opening and closing differs. But this year, the deadline to apply is going to be January 10th, 2022. So again, it's a really competitive scholarship. You have to have at least a 3.5 GPA or higher. You also have to have unmet financial needs. So based on family income of $95,000 or less, and then no previous enrollment at a four-year institution. So it doesn't mean you couldn't have taken college courses in high school, like being part of dual enrollment, but you cannot have started at a university and earned credit and then transferred here as a STAR scholar. So So that's one stipulation. Pictured on the left is Darlene Yap. She is a 2021 Jack and Cooke Scholar. So she earned the scholarship this year and transferred to St. Olaf College, where she is majoring in biochemistry. So there's the website to learn more about the Jack and Cooke Scholarship. And again, please, if you qualify for this scholarship, I encourage you to apply because we have had numerous winners among the STAR scholars. And last year, actually, in 2021, 7 of the 9 semifinalists from Wright College were stars. So we had 9 semifinalists, and 7 of those students were STAR scholars. And among those that won the scholarship, this is a $55,000 renewable scholarship. So it means per year. We had 3 winners of this scholarship from Wright College. 2 of those winners of the scholarship were STAR scholars, former STAR scholars. So again, that's something to really be mindful of. As a STAR scholar, you are not only eligible, but you are well positioned to be able to tap into these great scholarship opportunities, just like Darlene and other STAR scholars. There's also the Dream.US scholarship. This scholarship has just opened November 1st. The deadline is February 28th, 2022. And it's a $33,000 scholarship. So that's one sum that is to be divided between junior year and senior year to complete the bachelor's degree. So your 3rd and 4th year. This is for undocumented students with or without DACA or TPS who came to the US before November 1st, 2016. So if this is something that may apply to you, be sure to go to the website listed at the bottom to be sure that you qualify based on your status. You have to earn your associate degree by summer 2022 and then plan to enroll full-time at one of the partner colleges no later than the spring term of 2022. No later than the spring term of 2023. So in other words, you have to be transferring either fall or spring of next year. And again, this is an annual scholarship. It's being offered every year. So if it doesn't apply to you this year and you'll be transferring the following year, again, this is something that you want to look out for. The required GPA is 3.0, and then also it's for students with significant unmet financial need. Pictured there on the left is Paulina Rosales. She was a Dream.US scholar in 2017, and she also was a Golden Apple scholar. I'm going to be highlighting that scholarship in just a moment, but this is to let you know that these scholarships, many times they're stackable with other scholarships. So she not only received the Dream, $33,000, but also the Golden Apple scholarship, which at that time was $14,000. So the partner colleges for the Dream.US, they're listed on the website, but they include UIC, Northeastern Illinois University, Dominican University, National Louis University, North Park University, IIT, and Lewis University. So there are quite a few options for students who are considering applying for the Dream.US scholarship. And then the Golden Apple. This is now up to $23,000. It's for U.S. citizens or eligible non-citizens who are documented and residents of Illinois. You have to have a 2.5 or higher GPA, and it's for future teachers. So Golden Apple scholars are those who want to become teachers, and they have to be willing to teach for 5 years in an Illinois School of Need within 7 years of graduation. But they receive not only this scholarship, but lots of great mentoring from Golden Apple teachers and those who are part of this great organization. The deadline to apply for this is April 1st, 2022. And again, this is an annual scholarship opportunity. So if you don't qualify this year and you want to be a teacher, check out this scholarship opportunity for next year because it's really a great opportunity. And then the PepsiCo S.M.I.L.E scholarship. This is a new scholarship. They have designated, PepsiCo has designated 5 City Colleges of Chicago students to receive this scholarship, along with some other students across the nation, but City Colleges was selected especially to be part of this program. It's $25,000 renewable scholarship. That means It's really actually $50,000 if you maintain that GPA at the university. It requires that 3.0 GPA, and you must identify as Black or African American or Hispanic or Latino. And you must have earned 45 credit hours by January 1st, and then plan to enroll at a four-year college or university for the entire upcoming academic year. So this one is not opened yet. It's going to open in early 2022. So again, be looking out in your email, in the special announcements that are sent by city colleges from your advisor. Always be on the lookout, because this is how you learn about these great opportunities, right, to apply for these scholarships. So you see pictured there is Paola Mercedes Nova. She was a PepsiCo scholar. She was also a Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship semifinalist. So she got to be a semifinalist for the Jack Kent Cooke, and she was hoping she would win the Jack Kent Cooke. But then, you know, she went through the interview process for Jack Kent Cooke. She was that close, right? But she didn't become a finalist. But then she found out the next week that she was a PepsiCo scholar. So while she didn't win the one, she got the other scholarship. And there's actually a student who even got both, who got the Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship and the PepsiCo Scholarship at one of the other city colleges. So again, these are stackable. There's no limitation to how many you can earn. Just a matter of your, applying, being diligent, applying, seeking these opportunities, and not really being afraid to take a chance, right? To go for these great opportunities. So as we wrap up the session this evening, we know that you have lots of questions, and we want to really thank you for your participation. We want to make sure that you take your next steps, which includes meeting with your assigned advisor to discuss your transfer options, to talk about your courses, if you're going to be taking courses in the spring, continuing with your program, or if you're going to be completing this fall and you need assistance with the transfer process. We want to be able to help you with your next steps. We also want you to check out the resources that we've talked about this evening, attend upcoming transfer events. There are a lot of events that are happening in terms of transfer. And so you receive the November transfer calendar of events and what's going on. Please check out those events. Like you came to this event tonight. We hope you can attend the other events that are going to help you in this process. And then, of course, registering for your classes for spring 2022. And then completing any transfer partner participation forms or guaranteed admissions forms. Again, those forms can be found when you go to the transfer partner webpage, and those guaranteed admission forms are there. They're usually on the website. It's just a matter of completing them, submitting them electronically, and then following up with us if you have any questions at all about the process or how to be part of these partnerships. So we have a few more minutes. If there are any questions, please feel free to let us know. And once again, thank you for joining us tonight. You can
the last question was from Haro. He said,
okay.
Were these scholarships for a bachelor's degree? And yes, these are all for the bachelor's degree.
Yes, they're all for the bachelor's degree. They're transfer scholarships. So those that I highlighted are all transfer scholarships to be used at the university.
So another question was, are these links posted anywhere for us to see?
Yes, actually, let me stop sharing here. Let me take you to the website, Wright College website, under Transfer and Career, Transfer Resources. And then you go to Transfer Resources here, and you'll see scholarship guides right there, okay? This actually lists, has links to the dream.us, to Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship, if you're part of Phi Theta Kappa, to Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, There's also one called the Point Foundation, PepsiCo Foundation. So you can find information about all of these scholarships. It takes you directly to their site. Scholarship America is also another great site. That's where places like Pepsi highlight their scholarships, as well as many other organizations that are offering scholarships. So this is a really good place to go if you want to link to these different scholarships that we've been talking about this evening. And again, this is under the Transfer Resources tab on our Transfer and Career page.
Where will you be posting this the Zoom recording?
I will share this with you. I can share this with you tomorrow. I'll be sharing it with all the attendees, and we'll share it with everyone who attended this evening, so you have access to the video, so you can review the information. And then if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out to me, to our advisors, so that we can assist you with any questions that you have.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll hang out for a few minutes. If you guys have questions, you put it in the chat. Thanks guys so much for coming. Good luck with your finals in case we don't see you guys beforehand. Jessica said the recordings will be sent out tomorrow to your student email. So please check your emails.
Yes.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
So my daughter couldn't attend the information session today. She's a dual credit student. So can you guys send it to me so I could share it with her?
She'll get it in her email.
She will
she's
too?
a student. So she'll get it in her email.
Okay, I'll let her know. Thank you so much.
Okay. Can you tell us her name?
Did we lose the parent?
But she had to have signed in with the student's information, no?
Oh, yes, you're right. Probably.
Yeah, it would have been nice to grab that information from that parent. I'm manipulating many things here. Okay, next time.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm planning on going to a trade school. So am I getting mailed or emailed the associate's degree? And then do I use that I approach the trade school with that associate's degree?
So do you mean when you're ready to apply to the trade school? In terms of...
Yeah, I finished my semester in 8 weeks. So
okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to pass. So I'm just wondering the process of that. Do I get mailed a degree or something, the associate's degree or certificate, basically showing that I completed it? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Yes. So once once your degree is completed and your final grades are posted at the end of December, then there's a process where your degree will be updated in early January. The records office will update your record to show that you've completed your degree. And they'll send you an email to let you know when everything has been posted and updated and your degree is ready. And at that point, you can send that transcript to your institution where you'll be transferring. It'll show the full, completion of your degree. And you'll also receive instructions about how to download a copy of your diploma at that point.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions that is hanging out here? Amber, do you have any questions? Mateo, Elijah?
I just don't know how it will be when why try to go to my engineering class twice in person? What it kind of makes it hard when you're at least 30 minutes away from it.
So you have your engineering classes in person?
Well, we choose between online and in person. I'm trying to go in person tomorrow. Well, I don't know how it's gonna turn out though.
Okay. Who's your advisor, Elijah? You can connect with your assigned advisor and talk about registration with them.
Either George Baird or Keith Jones.
Okay. So I want you to connect with them so that way they could talk about your classes, because for engineering, you have specific classes that they want you guys to take, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So connect with Keith or connect with George. And that way they could review the schedule with you. Okay.
Right.
Did you have any other questions regarding tonight's session?
No, those what?
Okay.
Any specific website we should go to when trying to register for UIC?
Say that again. You want to know how to register for UIC or where to look at the classes?
What? Any specific website we should go to when we're considering?
For you, Transferology would be the best tool. So what I would suggest to connect with George or Keith and let them know that you're interested in UIC, and they could review Transferology with you.
All right.
If UIC is your school. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thanks, Elijah.